Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the NLOS ROM for the OnePlus 3 version 16, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the NLOS ROM for the OnePlus 3. Now the OnePlus 3 has not been in my hands for some time now, so I'm getting back to ROM reviews on OnePlus 3 while we wait for the other phone. So what is NLOS? NLOS is a Lineage OS based ROM with a few more features sprinkled over it. So that seems to be a very good formula for a great ROM. So let's get started. Now, first of all, what you see here is the ambient display. Ambient display is working with the battery percentage at the bottom and time and date and all that. So that does work out really well. It's pixel style, so that is what you see here. Now let's get started. This is the launcher with which it comes, which is the pixel launcher, which works really cool. Let's go to the about phone page. In the about phone page, you can see about phone page. It is for the OnePlus 3 Android Pie with the December security patches, and as you can see, Lineage OS version is 16, so that is the version right now. Kernel is 131 NLOS, which is a customized kernel, and that is pretty much what you can see here. Vendor security patch is November 1st, which is a Lineage thing which is available. So that is it in the about phone page. NLOS being a Lineage based ROM, it has all the pros and cons of having a Lineage in your phone. So that includes privacy guard, that includes timely updates and all that. It does work out really well. Let's get to the features now. First of all, before anything, everything basically works. One thing which I do want to mention is that VoLT is not working on my phone right now. I am going to attribute that to my firmware not being flashed correctly, but I have not heard anyone else saying VoLT is not working. I do have a GeoSIM right now, and for some reason VoLT is not able to get it done. But that aside, everything is working, no issues here. Let's get to the features now. All the features are inside of each and every settings. I mean, it has been baked within it. Let's go to the display settings. In the display options, you do have adaptive brightness, which is standard Pi feature. Live display is available with the dynamic picture profile, which is really awesome. I really like this one. It gives that popping colors. It also has night mode if you want to use that. You can customize it for automatic, so that does work out really well. Automatic outdoor mode is available, and it will increase the brightness, which works really well. As you can see, I mean, if you click that, it's really bright. It works out really well. I really like that. Color calibration, picture adjustment, all of them are available if you want to customize that. This is one of my favorite features in Lineage based ROM because it does live display rather than just night light, so I really like that. In the styles option, you do have option for customizing the accents and the background color, so I'm selecting dark mode, and you can customize that. Also, dark can be AMOLED dark or just the gray color, which is this thing. You can also customize that. Colors are available. You can customize this one. Not a lot of customization when you look at the grand scheme of things in the latest version of ROMs, but for the most part, it is available. Font size, display size can be customized. Screen size is available. Ambient display can be customized. It does have pickup, hand wave, and pocket mode sensors, which does work really well. Tap to wake, tap to sleep is all available. Prevent accidental wake up when the proximity sensor is covered. All these options are available, which does work out. In the sound options, you can customize everything here. Also, vibrate for calls is available. Phone ringtone can be customized from here, which does work out. All of these options can be customized, and it's pretty well. I am running non-encrypted phone. I have a decrypted phone because I do jump from custom ROM to custom ROM. That's the only reason. I didn't hear of any issues with encrypted phones, but the mileage may vary. Do check out the forum, which is linked in the description, so that you are sure of it. And now, apart from that, in the system options, the other options are also available, like button options. You do have on-screen navigation button can be enabled from here. Navigation bar can be enabled if you want that. Does work out really well. Power button is available, and this is customizable. You do have flashlight for long pressing the power button when the display is off, and also automatic off is available, which is really cool. Home button customizations are available. Long press and double tap options are available. From any of these options, you can customize it. It's not the USB style one, but it does have turn the screen off, which I personally use a lot, so that works out really well. In the wake up options or the volume options, you do have keyboard cursor control, which is one of my favorite ones. Control playback, which is really cool. Answer call is available. Orientation can be customized. In the additional button settings, you can customize the alert slider, which does work, and it does work out really well. It does have system profile options, which is a staple of Lineage ROMs. I personally don't use it much, but for those who do, it is an indispensable extensible version of this one, so it does work out really well. So as for options, you do have quick pull down, network wrapping, monitor can be enabled. One thing which I had noticed is that if you have network monitor enabled, the UI is kind of wonky. It comes up in the center of it. I have restarted it, I have done a lot of things with it, but it just doesn't seem to be working really well. I think it has something to do with the notch displays, because my 60 right now has Havoc, and that too has some sort of problem with the network traffic indicator, so that is something which we'll have to look into. System icons can be customized from here, clock position can be customized from here, also AM/PM indicator can be enabled, also seconds can be enabled if you want that. Battery indicators available, you can customize it from any of these. Inside the icon, outside the icon, battery percentage can be customized, brightness slider can be customized from here if you want that or not, you can customize that. Speaking of the quick setting tiles, you can have all of these options available, just the basic one, nothing special. But you do have caffeine, you have heads up display, live display can be enabled from here, reading mode can be enabled from here, which is pretty cool, which turns everything grayscale if you want that. That's pretty much it in that options here. And the gesture options, you do have touchscreen gesture, so you can enable that. It works actually. Not a lot of custom ROMs can claim that this thing works in a OnePlus ROM, but this one does work out. Jump to camera by double tapping the power button is also available, which is really cool to have. And that is it in the stock features of the ROM. As you can see, it is a pretty feature laden ROM, but nowhere close to some things like Havoc or Lineage or MSM Extended or Liquid Remix or any of that regard, but it is still a good ROM for people who don't want that at most number of features but want a pretty good ROM with the basics done correctly. So that really works out really well. Now the battery life. The battery life for me has been pretty okay, I would say that, because the screen of idle drain has been pretty awesome. It's close to 1%, which is really good. Do mind that this is not the exact battery usage I was having when I was using this phone, because when I was using the phone, it was always connected to my Bluetooth watch and also to my Bluetooth headphone. This time Bluetooth is practically off and the usage is pretty minimal. 1% of idle drain is still pretty cool. Screen on time, well, it's a little bit on the higher side, but it's still less than 15. To be exact, it's almost 13% of active drain. Again, not with the most heaviest of usage, no games, no nothing like that. So it's pretty mediocre in my opinion. Now the performance of the ROM. The performance of the ROM is actually pretty normal. I got about 164,246. I didn't do multiple runs because that is basically what you would get with this ROM. It's not the highest one, but it is not designed to be the highest one, so you can get that. So now the camera with which it comes is the stock AOSP camera, nothing special. It's just there for having a camera. You can actually install Google Camera and get much more things out of it. Probably nothing much though. Now the stability of the ROM. The stability of the ROM has been pretty rock solid. No crash issues, no issues for me with this one where something doesn't work. There has been nothing of that sort. Everything works. One thing which I do want to mention is that as you can see, I have alarm set at 4:30. The user of this phone did mention that one time the alarm did not run, which I'm going to say is a freak coincidence, because whenever I set the alarm it works. For some reason it didn't at that one time, which kind of makes me wary, but anyways, it can happen once or twice. Alarm not ringing is pretty big issue, but anyways, apart from that, I mean, stability wise it has been pretty rock solid. Didn't have any issues with that. So yeah. Now the aesthetics of the ROM. The aesthetics of the ROM is also pretty cool. Now this ROM is supposed to have OMS exposure, which is kind of a newer version of OMS. I'm not really sure what it means or what it does, but for some reason I'm not able to get that done. The developer does say on the forum page that if you want to use that, if the Substratum app user asks for super user access, deny it. But I tried denying it, but if you deny it, nothing works. So I'm not really sure how to use it. I had tried to use pitch black. It works with the root mode, and I mean, Substratum is there, and also as you can see, the color options are available, but it's the basic one. It doesn't have dark notifications or anything of that sort, so nothing special to say the least. Now the overall experience of the ROM. The overall experience of the ROM is also pretty cool. Nothing special. That's basically what I get when using this ROM. There is no insane amount of features like MSM Extended or the beautiful implementation of everything like Havoc, or just the plain heritage of Liquid Remix or anything of that sort. I mean, these are all nitpicky things, but personally, I wouldn't mind using this ROM as my daily driver, not because it has something special, just because it is unassuming, and it is a pretty good, well thought out, feature okay ROM with enough features to keep me entertained for a while, and a pretty good stable ROM. I do want to mention that it does have call recording, but call recording has to be initiated manually, so that is something there. Apart from that, it doesn't have proximity phone, which I actually use a lot. These are the things which you might have to keep in mind when using this ROM. So yeah, let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So guys, the boot animation has already started, and this one has the typical really old LED light for the boot animation. And here you have it, that is NLOS boot animation, which is pretty minimal, and I love the boot animation because it's that slick. I really like it. It's pretty cool. So guys, I guess that much is it about the ROM then. As I've already said, it's pretty unassuming, but that is probably what a lot of people want in this world, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys liked the video. Please share, subscribe and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.